welcome everyone to Dojo Wars 161 as JT Funk makes his way to the ring. JT Funk, of course, last week was involved in four-man action featuring this man, Stefan Pennington. Pennington, of course, stole a victory from JT Funk after he rolled up. After he rolled up on Tim Taylor, who JT Funk had already put down with his finisher. Disgusting. You know, the pre-match ritual of Stefan Pennington stepping on this kid's back to enter the ring is just disgusting. It's horrifying. This kid's going to have spinal bifida later on in life. JT Funk will attempt to exact revenge against the thievery of the showboating Stefan Pennington.
Introducing first, fighting out of Funky Town with an official weight of 200 pounds, JT Funk! And his opponent, fighting out of Bel Air with an official weight of 265 pounds, the Beast of Bel Air, Stefan Pennington!
And this crowd is letting Stefan Pennington know exactly how they feel about him. These people clearly in the corner of JT Funk. As I want to welcome you, I am Khalif. It looks like I'm flying solo this week. I don't know Emo. All right, guess it's just me. And I'm happy to bring this to you from Dojo Wars 161. What the hell? Where the hell where's Ryan Zane coming from? What the hell? Throwing out his gum. What's this?
Leaf, I was peering out my window, friend.
Right.
And I couldn't help but see just how lonely and uninvolved you looked over here.
I am totally lonely and uninvolved, but
I just had to crowd your space like Stefan Pennington just did JT Funk.
are you with me tonight?
Oh, I'm with you. I'm with everyone here. I've been here all along.
Well, you bring up a good point. The ring is always here. Oh my goodness!
A flying head scissors from JT Funk takes the big man down. He's gonna look to use that speed, but
You know, JT Funk is the perfect way to cancel out the power of Stefan Pennington with his speed, with his athleticism, his agility.
But look at the smarts on Stefan, not just a beast. This is a wise, aristocratic man.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you want to break the momentum of your opponent. You don't want JT Funk to open up on you.
No, you got to take a break and yell at your voice servant.
I don't know what's happening here.
It makes me very uncomfortable, and
Same.
that's me.
Mild cringe.
Taking some beard advice from a young man doesn't see JT Funk.
Oh,
Or he does.
oh my.
Using a child for protection and the distraction.
You know, we've seen Stefan Pennington use that child for protection in the past. We've seen him lunge him at other people in much worse circumstances.
And it always leads to disastrous results for his opponents. I mean, look at how much more danger JT Funk is in. He's getting rammed into the hardest part of the ring. His lower back is compromised now. And that's going to spell danger in the long run here. If I know anything about Stefan Pennington, and I know about getting thrown around by Stefan Pennington, JT Funk's in for a very difficult night.
Well,
unless Stefan gets counted out here.
Stefan Pennington is definitely one of the stronger, more beefy competitors here in the dojo, and he'll toss just about anybody around in that ring.
Refs counts at 9. And you don't see Stefan Pennington moving that quickly, that often, unless it's to obliterate somebody.
I don't know. He's pretty athletic. I've seen him go in that ring.
I'm sure he could leap a tall man. But why? Why bother? Why go to the air when he can crush like that with that Harley Race-esque diving headbutt? Beautiful, beautiful work. I don't want to take it.
He likes to choose the pace of the match. He likes to set the pace of the match. He doesn't want JT Funk to set the pace of the match.
No, and with this grinding style, he can do things like, you might have missed it, this short punch to the kidney. I know Trooper Audubon missed it.
Look at him just wrenching away at the face of JT Funk.
That's not about getting an athletic advantage unless he's stopping the man's breathing. That is a show of his malice towards JT Funk.
Now, you've been in the ring against Stefan.
Yes, sir.
How do you break a guy like this down?
Well, I came from the air, personally. It took 3 of us to try to knock him down, and it looks like JT Funk's going to have to employ a similar strategy if he can get back to his feet.
Well, JT Funk has a lot of motivation. He was on the verge of picking up a victory last week with Stefan Pennington coming in, stealing a victory away from JT.
Smart.
JT left the arena very pissed.
Well, he can leave mad, but he also has to accept that he left a loser that night. And you know who walked out with that victory? An intelligent Stefan Pennington. And look at him, back to that lower back, that bear hug. I don't think anyone around here, anyone tonight, is more apt to be applying a bear hug. Good luck, JT Funk.
I mean, getting back to that victory, I mean, if you're Stefan Pennington,
Whoa!
Jeez. If you're
Big
Stefan
shove
Pennington, do you want to, oh man, if he'd have hit that drop kick,
We
it
might
would
be
have been
looking
over.
Yeah, we might be looking at a different match right now. But if I'm Stefan Pennington, as you're saying,
If you're Stefan Pennington, do you want a victory like that? Do you want a victory where you're just coming in and stealing a win? Or do you want to actually punish your opponent into submission, into being pinned? Winner the count.
you see, he might have answered the question for me right there. In his lack of focus to end this match, as he could have multiple times, he almost lost it, just slipping up on a simple small package, an inside cradle. And now, going back to this chin lock, which caused him trouble earlier. We saw a jawbreaker already.
Oh, man, clothesline about his boots.
Almost toying with him at this point, almost just picking his spots and eating him alive. Actually, that's exactly what he was doing.
Only a 1 count there. I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, JT Funk he's going to try not to let it show that Stefan's beating him up. He's already been shamed.
JT Funk now trying to mount some level of an offense, get back in this competition. Stefan Pennington will have none of it.
I'm sorry, but Stefan Pennington's going to use his ample mass to press down on that gas pedal until the brakes are just beating off JT Funk. You're watching it happen. We might not see JT Funk next week or the week after that or the week after that. And that's just the gentrifying power of Stefan Pennington.
Pennington now setting up for that vertical suplex that he does so well, but JT Funk was able to,
There's a drop kick.
That beautiful, perfect drop kick of JT Funk. And now that'll give him some time to get something going in this opening competition.
Stefan's going to have to consult his personal dentist and orthodontist after that one. 1, 2.
Oh!
Wow.
Very close. Very close.
I'm shocked to see the Beast down at this point. It's going to take a lot more for him to get himself up off the mat than JT Funk. He's carrying a lot more muscle. The Funk seems
He's setting up for the flatliner. He's setting it up.
Not today.
Not today. Stefan Pennington had it scouted. Missed with the elbow in the corner.
Sends him to the outside. Woo.
Oh!
Another kick to the head. This kick-based offense seems to be working. Noted. Goes downstairs.
Funk just a little too quick for Stefan Pennington.
Too much flash, too much sizzle on that ring entry.
Oh, I guess you could say the same for Stefan. Taking entirely too much time.
You got to think these guys have been working hard to beat each other up this far in the match.
Well, let me ask you.
And I knew a mistake had to be made at some point. Right now, JT Funk needs to get over to Stefan Pennington, who's inching closer and closer to the ropes.
The smart thing, getting out of the ring. You can't be pinned on the outside.
As long as he stays out from under it.
Let me ask you a question. Do you get offended when Stefan Pennington says that he has the best beard in the dojo?
Oh, now. I can't worry about those trivial trappings of, like, what he looks like next to me in a mirror. I mean, clearly I've put more work in, or I hardly had to try. It doesn't bother me. What I'm worried about is, like, getting it done in the ring. These two guys are just distracted by that and are going to get counted out by Trooper. But Stefan's down. I don't know why JT Funk's chasing him at this point.
Just leave him out there and let him get counted out?
I mean, if you're me, and you've probably seen me try this a couple times, I'm just going to roll back into the ring and wait and see what happens. The worst that's going to happen for JT Funk, if he waited, which he's not, is that Stefan would tire himself out trying to get inside. Now look, as he exerts himself, wasting his energy.
Trying to get Stefan back into the ring. But if you're Stefan, that means that you're just outside of the ring resting, right?
Exactly. He's a smart wrestler. Oh, man. Called it.
Wow.
Here is your winner by countout. Time of the match, 7 minutes, 32 seconds. Stefan Pennington.
So to your point, JT Funk took entirely too much time to get Stefan Pennington back into the ring, got counted out, got himself counted out, as Stefan was already back in the ring.
You know, JT Funk can't get on Facebook and get on Twitter as he does and complain all week about how this match was stolen from him. He lost the match for himself emphatically. Look at Stefan. Watch him rise through Dojo Wars.
That's
but not to the
despicable.
top rope. There we go.
He's happy with that win? He's happy with the count-out victory?
Well, look, when you're at the pay window, or if you're at the pay window, it really doesn't matter how it came to you. There's no title on the line here. All this does is validate Stefan Pennington's chase to the Medal of Valor. Oh,
I'm amazed at the amount of twerking that's happening in the ring right now.
that wasn't twerking. You need to get out more.
What was it?
Swivel, I guess? Ask his boy servant. It seems like he taught him how to dance.
Come on.
Hey, he pays him for a reason.
That's so unnecessary.
I don't want to know entirely what all the reasons are, but he pays him.
I'm a little alarmed at what you just said.
Hey, that's your mind, man. Yikes. Ugh. Leaf, Josh Adams is uncomfortably soaking wet right now. It's gross.
Well, he's been working out. He's literally been working out the entire afternoon.
Did he just come from the treadmill?
I believe he did, actually.
That's disgusting.
Getting ready to lock up with Tim Taylor, who's in a singlet this week, oddly enough.
He's trying to avoid that moisture. A man knows not to try to get ringworm, especially when you're dealing with Josh Adams.
Out of Elkton, Maryland, with an official weight of 145 pounds, Tim the Toolman Taylor!
I feel like I've heard that somewhere before.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And his opponent, fighting out of Atlantic City, New Jersey, with an official weight of 180 pounds, the grappler extraordinaire, Mr. Dojo Wars,
Oh, boy.
Josh Adams!
Did you get enough intro there?
Josh Adams congratulating Scotty Cerriti.
And this should be a great contest. I mean, Josh Adams over these past few weeks has really opened up as a mat wrestler, as an MMA fighter. I mean, he's added all of that into what he already had.
I'm going to say
he's strung together a good amount of wins.
I'm going to say he's MMA inspired.
MMA inspired. Wow.
And you see a lot of those guys with tribal tattoos, but he's going up against Tim. Seriously, the Toolman?
The
Taylor.
Toolman Taylor. Yes.
Goodness gracious. who is no slouch on the mat. So
absolutely not. I mean, Tim Taylor was recruited to SUNY State University of New York on a wrestling deal. This guy can go in the ring.
Nothing like getting paid to go to school, and if you're that good with that counter, he's establishing his dominance here, hooking the legs, and he's going for something like a Texas cloverleaf right now, which is wild to see early in the match. Attempted heel hook, and them boys just rolling now. Looking for a front chancery. Little smile on the face of Josh Adams in acknowledgement of the talents of Tim the Toolman Taylor.
A little rare smile. We haven't seen Josh smile in weeks.
Honestly, you're not going to hear Josh Adams give it up to anyone. He's so in his own head. Mr. Dojo Wars. Like he's psyched about it or something.
What does that mean?
Don't worry about it. Front chancery by Josh Adams. Back to the action.
The grappler extraordinaire as he's now being billed. As he's taken down by Tim Taylor.
He's getting extraordinarily grappled right now.
Well, that happens.
Ridge up on his way out. You know, he's doing some work. And Tim Taylor's going for the pin. Smart
wrestling. A
wrestling.
little pinning combination there. Referee.
Nothing pretty, nothing fancy when Josh Adams brings you down to his level. Just like that with the drop toe hold. Side headlock slips right into some form of armbar. It looks like he's going for that tequila sunrise. Straight armbar.
There?
A lot of wrestling.
He's got to be careful not to get pinned. He's got to be sure that his shoulders aren't down.
Both men are compromised right now.
We're going to count 1, 2.
The crucifix does not get Tim Taylor the victory, but he maintains control of the leg.
So I'm Tim Taylor. I haven't had a victory in a while. Am I overzealous? Am I going after Josh Adams a little bit too hard and not really thinking this thing all the way through? My gosh.
Josh Adams is just wrenching Tim Taylor's neck every time he carries him over like that. He's forcing a strict position on the top of his head. And listen to that. The people appreciate the wrestling.
As they should.
No one's dying. No one's getting dumped on their head or flying.
Adams and Taylor are still
engaging
in that feeling out phase almost.
Engaging in a Greco-Roman knuckle lock. I think these two have a good idea of the power, the strength, and the acumen of the other. And Josh Adams right now maybe doing the smart thing, taking advantage of his surroundings.
Not only his surroundings, but also his size advantage, to be quite honest.
Hey, you know, that's right. These guys are probably wrestling at a weight differential, which makes the control Tim Taylor showed all the more impressive, but it's not going to help him out right now. Beautiful Beal.
Taylor slammed onto that back, and you see Josh Adams. He's been so good over these past few weeks of just finding a limb, finding a weakness in his opponent, and just breaking his opponent down.
I'm not sure if he's found it yet tonight. Let's play a game. Let's figure out what Josh Adams wants to abuse, and I think it is that head and neck now that I see it. That's why he was standing him up on his head and flipping him over. There he is to the rear chin lock.
It's what he does best. What he does best is break people down.
I think what he does best is be like a really creepy dad, but, you know, he's pretty good at wrestling, too.
He's Mr. Dojo Wars.
Ugh, gross.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's not your fault that Josh Adams exists.
Hashtag Mr. Dojo Wars.
Oh. Then
that makes it a lot better.
If that's your point, you should be sorry. Tim Taylor back up to his feet and throwing bones. Goodness gracious.
Right to the face of Josh Adams.
Yeah, Josh Adams rethinking his strategy at this point. You can come in with a strategy, but once your brain cells get knocked around, yeah, your strategy's all gone. Your black belt in jiu-jitsu, alleged or not, ain't home. Neither was Josh Adams in the corner.
That he has an alleged black belt?
I just think we've pinning combination off that fisherman suplex. Dang, man, I just like a good wrestle. That was impressive. Let me just... Solid. We're looking at a bow and arrow right now. Am I alleging Josh Adams doesn't have any MMA training or no jiu-jitsu? I'm just saying that we've all seen Boss Root and street fighting techniques and agree it kind of rules.
Wow. That's
I know.
It says a lot.
It's what I'm bringing to the table here. I don't want to give away too much strategy, but when I rub hot sauce in someone's eyes and yell bing badang, you'll know.
All right. Keep that in mind.
Keep it noted if you're watching at home.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. It's Josh
Fireman's
Adams.
carry. Tim Taylor has the waist lock.
Oh
my
man.
gosh.
This is a little rough.
That was a ridiculous German suplex.
Josh
Adams doesn't know where he is anymore.
Gotta be dazed in a second.
His neck and shoulders are eating so much.
Oh, how close was that?
Very close. Hey, props to both of these guys. Tim Taylor came up out of nowhere, seemingly, was about to be stretched out of this match, and is exerting so much power on Josh Adams. I honestly think we're close to a knockout here.
Well, he's that small dynamo. I mean, he's got so much power locked up that it's deceptive almost in what it is that he can do in that ring.
You wouldn't expect it. He's hiding that bod under a singlet right now, but that sweat boy can really get it done. Josh Adams here resorting to some cheap and dirty tactics.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw Tim Taylor's head bounce off of the thigh of Josh Adams. Whiplash-like reaction there as Josh Adams goes for the cover. 1, 2.
Off a backbreaker, I think Josh Adams is a little woozy. You can see him getting frustrated with the referee. He's forgotten his strategy, which was to focus on the neck. Maybe the cobwebs are coming back to him here. Let's see what happens.
Now, Adams did not go for the hook of the leg.
He didn't, And again, to my point, those German suplexes don't just rock your neck. It's a blow to the back of the head. That is banned in most combat sports. At this point, someone's going to go down swinging.
These guys just trading rights in the center of the ring.
I think I get why they call this guy the Tool Man now, because he's throwing hammers. Big slap of the belly by Josh Adams.
Oh, man.
Real wild, real crazy axe kick. 1, 2.
This is
not enough. That could end most matches.
Yeah,
I'm really impressed by Tim Taylor here. He's showing a lot of resilience.
I'm thinking that's a 3 count if you hook the leg.
Are we looking at this third?
The Germans again.
Josh Adams to the eyes. Paul the Package in no position to catch that. And now we're down the flat crab.
Oh, that's it.
Now, a flat crab from any position can end this match.
Now, Tim Taylor's just a few inches away from the ropes, but it's not happening.
That lumbar couldn't handle it, and we got a winner.
The torque was too much.
Time of the match, 7 minutes, 19 seconds. Your winner by submission, Josh Adams.
Another week, another victim that Josh Adams has given crabs to.
Meanwhile, the good folks at Benford, they don't lose their sponsorship, right?
Where are all the sponsorship patches? Oh, crap.
Layla Hirsch, fresh off of a victory over DJ Hyde last week in her debut match here in the dojo. Hirsch, of course, employed somewhat questionable tactics to get that victory.
That was a CZW rules match, if I'm not mistaken, right? No?
Yeah, but that.
Oh, no. This poor kid.
What?
Oh, no.
Can we get a GoFundMe so this kid can get some knee pads?
I'm honestly surprised they let this kid out of the hospital after.
So he's going to.
Oh, wow. So much is going on right now, ladies and gentlemen.
So he's getting vengeance for DJ Hyde, who Layla Hirsch used to.
Yeah, it's El Cheapo. DJ Hyde couldn't beat Layla Hirsch, so he hired this champion.
Out of Moscow, Russia, Layla Hirsch.
Say Moscow?
Moscow, Russia.
Getting some new spyware protection on my phone.
Currently residing in Margaritaville, originally from parts unknown, with an official weight of 185 pounds. He is the dollar store luchador, El Cheapo.
Well, if I can give you any insight to El Cheapo, he's a brave fella. Not much going on in the matter of headspace, though.
Well, I mean, there's
maybe
a lot of duct tape up there.
A lot of space, actually, up there. I nearly felt it deflate on that DDT last week.
All right, so we all see that this ride isn't real, right? I mean, you're seeing what I'm seeing.
I'm afraid to tread water when I talk about rats. Well, whatever. When you're walking on ice, you might as well dance.
He pets this thing. He's like stroking the rat out here.
I think it's his favorite. Of all. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
to my point, he's not a smart boy.
Oh my gosh, you just decked him for getting a rat.
Yuck. Oh. Layla Hirsch is
Oh, oh, you caught the rat. Look at you, man. It's not that deep, dude. It's a plastic or rubber rat.
It's like I was telling you, I don't mess around with rats, dude.
Good catch, though. Good catch.
Supergirl punch there by Layla Hirsch. This
I don't know what
should be over, but El Cheapo
I mean, it's
getting
Layla.
to his feet. You hear that lariat just bounce off his chest?
Layla Hirsch has such a mean streak about her. She's just vicious. This is not CZW rules, though. What's she doing? Layla Hirsch bringing a steel chair into the ring. That's not even a thing. DJ Hyde hits the ropes. DJ Hyde.
Staying on her level for this. He wants to make it fair.
Well, he came very close to defeating Layla Hirsch last week.
El Cheapo's going to get away.
Well,
Good.
yeah.
That's what he gets for making his rat touch me.
DJ better watch out. Layla with that chair. We all know how vicious she can be.
I sort of figured this issue would be over at this point.
Well, it would be, except that Layla chose to take a very dishonest route to victory. We'll put it that way.
Route to victory, so I'm on her side here. DJ Hyde asking for snacks or a microphone. I'm not sure right now.
Oh, wow.
It's a microphone. It's a microphone.
See, nobody can hear you. Nobody here wants to listen to you run your mouth.
I'm very invested in what Layla has to say now.
So you're looking for a fight, huh? Is that what you're looking for? Really? Huh? Why don't you fight me? You want to come out here last week, kick me square in the balls, huh? Hit me in the
is that
head
what
with a
she
chair?
Among other things.
Get a
That's
cheap little
hilarious.
victory by cheating?
You know, who was the idiot that made a no rules match?
Hirsch has got a point.
You did. I did nothing wrong. I kept it clean. I mean, it's not my fault that you were stupid enough to fall for the act.
Got him. She got him. She just called him out.
I'm not going to cry like you did. So, you're one win. I got one win. Why don't we do this right now?
DJ Hyde's calling for the
Give me
rubber
my
match.
I want a rematch. I want it right here at Dojo Wars tonight, right for these people.
I'm in.
You guys want it?
Of course.
Yeah?
Hell yeah.
Too bad. You're not getting it.
Kind of competitive.
That's okay. That's okay. Because you know what? So maybe I don't get my singles match yet, huh? So really, you didn't seem to literally break a sweat tonight. So how about this? See, the great part about owning Combat Zone Wrestling is I can make any rules anytime. So you don't want a singles match. So, me and my good friend... What happened to you? Listen, take your rat and get to the back. So how about me and El Cheapo grab a couple of my friends? Why don't you go find some friends, because nobody here seems to like you. I don't think any of these people like you.
Aw, DJ just wants
Why
to have
don't
some
later
friends.
tonight you get your friends, and I'll get my friends, and when we beat you, I will earn my shot next week. So next week, when I win, it'll be me and you. And if we lose, you can pick my opponent.
I think that's pretty fair.
Gauntlet's been thrown down.
Catch.
We actually have some stakes in a Dojo's Wars match tonight.
You're on.
It looks like we're set up for a tag team match of some kind. Friends v. friends.
Well, he said that he's going to grab a few of his friends. Layla needs to go find some friends, and there will be a contest in the ring.
Are they going to like meet out in the parking lot and snap fingers while they walk towards each other?
It's going to be a traditional friend-off.
We got some stick figures coming to the ring.
Dude, those aren't stick figures. That's TP5. That's Jordan Oliver and Ellis Taylor. These guys have...
I know. I've beaten them before.
Somebody hold the man's phone. Where'd that kid come from again?
Jordan Oliver asking the difficult questions. How is he supposed to get booked?
Well, see, this is what's happening here. Jordan Oliver is running around exerting his energy, and Ellis Taylor is just laying down. Is he awake? What's happening?
No, he's just conserving that energy. He's a smart kid.
And
Look at this odd couple.
Big Scare and Kid. Whoa, wait a minute. Kid Osborne.
You know, the last time I saw these two next to each other.
What is it?
Oh, this is awfully embarrassing.
I don't know what's happening.
The last time I saw Kid Osborne and Dan O'Hare in the same ring together, Kid Osborne was going through a flaming door because he makes good decisions. But no, I like this Ellis kid. No, he's slouched in the corner and he's wearing ripped jeans. It's like he's been watching a lot of Ryan Zane.
That's what I was going to say. He's a little reminiscent of your pre-match ritual. Of course, there's no xylophone
Before
scarf.
the match begins,
Nah, man. I mean, it's
Jordan
cute, I
Oliver
guess,
has
and,
me
like-
to announce that he has been going to the gym lately and has a new official weight of 160 pounds.
For those of you who follow him on social media, you see he's in there vamping all times of the
His
night.
tag team partner weighs in at 190 pounds of teenage angst, Ellis Taylor. Together, they are TP5.
TP5 has not been on the same page, to say the very, very least.
No, but I definitely see how they're TP worthy.
At a combined weight of 392 pounds, Kid Osborne, the Big Scare, Dan O'Hare, they are Generation Gap!
Veneration.
I would call it a generation gap, but maybe some age.
That's
Dan
actually
O'Hare
hilarious.
has this crazy old man complex. He feels like he's so much older, but like staring across the ring at these stick figure sweat boys here.
These aren't stick figures. These are world-class athletes.
Staring across the ring at these boys has got to make Dan O'Hare feel a certain way about his place.
You know, there have been a few people over these past few weeks who underestimated Jordan Oliver and ended up on the receiving end of a vicious, vicious onslaught from that young man.
I mean, it's pretty bad, but I survived it. Ask Jordan Oliver about my squatter's rights. Jordan Oliver mouthing off, telling him his entire strategy.
Oliver's
Oh,
moving too
actually,
quick for-
there it is, looking to enrage Dan O'Hare. He's probably going to blind him in that rage. He might lose him in the sauce, so to say.
Well, is this Jordan Oliver just getting into the head of Dan O'Hare? I mean, he's goading Dan O'Hare, obviously.
And he's out-quicking him, which is just going to frustrate the big man even more.
Well, and it also cost him this drop kick.
Foolishly gave Dan O'Hare his
Whoa, whoa,
back,
whoa.
which is what you don't want to do. Dan O'Hare is a machine.
Oh, man, that
Big
looked rough.
Scare, he will find you in your nightmares.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with talking crap about Dan O'Hare. Eventually, you're going to have to lock up with him.
I have unpleasant. Will hesitate to do it again.
Jeez.
Successful drop down. Oh, atomic leg drop by Dan O'Hare.
I'm loving the chemistry here between Kit and Scare.
I'm loving the chemistry between Ellis and Oliver because it means Ellis isn't going to come in and break up the pin or even help Oliver out.
Has Ellis even gotten to his feet since his match started?
Ah, he's getting ready. He's doing some deep hip stretches or something. I don't know.
What's this? What is this? Oh, man.
Some sort of heavily weighted battering ram. Also, Kid Osborne was there.
Close to 400 pounds into the chest of Jordan Oliver, covering the count just a 2 count.
Hey, man, for all this like joshing around we're doing, Jordan Oliver's really taking a beating, and he's not given up yet.
And he also hasn't attempted to make a tag yet. And even if he did, his partner's. Oh no. There's no
Oh,
way.
check out this sweet
There's no
stinger
way.
splash.
Oh, jeez.
Kid should tag out now. Oh, there's Ellis.
All right, okay.
He's getting out of the way.
Now,
I
I don't know
absolutely see what he's doing. Kid Osborne has no idea Ellis
No
is
idea.
the legal man.
Oh, beautiful kick there.
Watch him creep in.
As he should.
Kid Osborne has no idea.
Oh. Ellis Taylor going after that left knee of Kid Osborne.
No, this is cool to watch me wrestle there.
What do you mean watch you wrestle, dude?
Just employing common strategy, common maneuvers. Basic stuff, but stuff that works. No, I got my eye on Ellis Taylor now. Grinding that elbow into the side of the knee. That's...
You know, it's the little things like that that just make this teenage angst, this teenage attitude of his so much more dangerous for anyone who he's in the ring with. Oh.
I get it. Yeah, no, it speaks to me.
Well, among
See,
other things.
Now TP5 has control, and now, you know, the real mechanic of the team, Ellis Taylor, can start to pick apart Kid Osborne, start to tell Jordan Oliver to, hey, keep the ring cut in half here. Don't let that monster back in.
Oh.
Jordan Oliver kind of...
He looked like he didn't want to do that kick to the left leg there of Kid Osborne. I mean, these guys are friends. They're cool with each other, right?
There are no friends in the ring, man. And anyone who thinks that is fooling themselves. Anyone who's softly shaking hands is going to be met with chops like that. Kid Osborne overestimates his ability to stay in this fight right now. And Jordan Oliver goes right for the patella. He's trying to bend that leg backwards.
Well, and look at the look on Jordan Oliver's face after he went for that tackle straight to the knee.
Ellis Taylor's going to open up Jordan Oliver's vicious side.
Of course, these two locked up against each other at the last Super Show with Jordan Oliver getting the victory over Ellis Taylor.
It's a contentious relationship, but I think they're learning that they fit like peanut butter and jelly here.
Look at Ellis Taylor.
They're both bad for everyone, but you know, they work well. Kid Osborne using the one free leg to try to get out of this trap, and it's working. Strict shots to the back of Ellis Taylor's head. Oof.
Desperation maneuver, and Big Scare, of course, anxiously stretching out a minute ago to get that tag from Kid.
He also wants to keep that blood flowing. He's old. He's like old as heck, man. He still listens to Dawkins. It's weird.
Dawkins?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to tell you how I know.
Steely Dan? No? All right.
Don't tell O'Hare you said that. You know, I'm going to tell O'Hare you said that.
No, I don't need him after me.
Kid Osborne's got to be feeling pretty desperate right now. You know, this tag team strategy of keeping him on their side of the ring, keeping a TP5 side of the ring occupied with Kid Osborne is going well until Kid opens up with those chops on Jordan Oliver. This is the line. A lot of German suplex tonight, but that one had some stank on it.
Yeah, Kid Osborne sending Jordan Oliver halfway across the ring as
Here comes
Oliver
Ellis
gets
Taylor.
the tag.
Great, not letting it happen.
Whoa. I don't know if I want to piss off the big man like
Keeping
that.
Dan O'Hare in rage. The referee totally doing some kind of job here.
And while Dan O'Hare's over there dealing with the ref, this opens up.
I mean, there's
Ellis
plenty
Taylor.
of opportunity. There was so much room there. I gotta get that kid under my wing. There was so much room to cause so much damage that maybe this figure 4 leg lock would actually end the match. And they're right in front of the ref going for the ropes. It's just sloppy craftsmanship.
Almost like a cheat tutor or something like that, is it?
It's not cheating, dude. It's just like we have these boundaries. People have been doing it for decades. We grew up on this. Of course we're going to take every advantage we can.
And Kid Osborne reverses it, puts the leverage on the knees of Ellis Taylor, forcing him to break the hold.
Not enough to keep him off the hunt, though.
Kid
Just
Osborne,
stomping.
his left knee is got to be separated at this point.
Do you separate knees?
You can't.
He's got to be dealing with some contusions, maybe some ligament damage, but very short-term stuff that could still end a match. He's got to be in a lot of pain.
Well, he
can't be as strong on that left leg as he typically would be. Watch that limp. Watch him struggle to pull himself up there.
Well, he just slapped Ellis Taylor across his face.
Uber Hurricane Rana.
Oh, super kick.
Flying neck breaker has both men down. Kid Osborne needs to get some blood pumping back in that leg so he can get over to Dan O'Hare and make the tag. Ellis Taylor has got to get Jordan Oliver in to keep the energy high.
Oliver tried his best to make sure that tag didn't happen, but now you got an angry big scare in the ring against Jordan Oliver.
He's taking out centuries of anger on Jordan Oliver.
Centuries, dude, seriously.
He's really old. Big corner clothesline.
Look
And a
at that.
cartwheel. A round off at least. Dan O'Hare's amazing. Oh! And Jordan Oliver's dead.
My gosh, he must be.
1, 2, and
3.
I'm surprised that wasn't it.
No, I'm surprised. Oh my gosh.
Kid Osborne's back up on his feet on the apron, and I think he's got to let the big man take care of this. Unless, again, he gets knocked out.
This guy's meeting in the middle of the ring. Oh, man.
Spanish fly. Jordan
Oh,
Oliver has
pin him,
been going
pin
to the
him.
gym.
That's it. Oh. 2 count only. Jordan Oliver can't believe that was not the end of this match. You got a TP5 chant breaking out here.
I mean, it's one kid, but like they've got to be stoked about it.
It's an individual chant, you know, baby steps.
Ellis Taylor pointing at us for no reason, knocks Kid Osborne off the apron. Maybe a diversion. Or maybe he was just letting me know. Dan O'Hare isn't going to be bounced around by these two babies.
And again, it's been these little mistakes on behalf of TP5, these very little mistakes. Oh!
TKO.
That's it. Ellis
Jordan
Taylor
Oliver's in a-
wisely rolling out of the ring.
Jordan Oliver's in a real crappy situation here. Ellis Taylor's been damaged.
What's this?
Oh my goodness.
Could be. Oh my goodness!
Colossal power slam.
Cover and a count. 1, 2. Ellis Taylor wisely breaking up the count.
This one's going to keep going. Big scare.
Oh!
Whoa. It's like a raging bull. He could only see red. And now he can only see the back of his eyelids.
Jordan Oliver punishing Kid Osborne.
Big back suplex. He rolls out. No,
But
no,
that
no,
knee
no.
just can't hold up. The knee can't hold the weight of Kid Osborne.
That's
from that height.
That very intelligent, targeted strategy of Ellis Taylor is going to lead Jordan Oliver to victory.
But what are they doing now? You got to stay on him. You can't get distracted
Well-
by talking to your tag partner. 3. Oh, jeez.
Jordan Oliver just dropped the ball for
Time of the match,
TP5.
9 minutes, 39
He started to feel bad about what
seconds.
happened.
I don't know if that was Jordan Oliver or Ellis Taylor distracting Jordan Oliver. Generation Gap picks up a victory in their debut as a tag team called Generation Gap.
Yeah, I hope that keeps happening. I'm telling you, Jordan Oliver felt sympathetic for Kit Osborne, and you got to cut that out, unfortunately. You take that into the free world, you take it into your office, with your family especially, but not in that ring, babe.
And again, another
Man.
showing that these guys are just not on the same page. Jordan Oliver and
Oh my God,
Ellis
are-
Taylor breaking up again.
Oh, I was going to ask, are they going to break up? This season of Riverdale is really intense, dude.
It's not Riverdale.
Kiss him.
Gotta hope that these guys get back on the same page. There's so much potential in TP5 as a team.
I see potential in Ellis Taylor.
Jordan Oliver dejected after another loss.
My middle name is Christopher.
Frank Picard didn't want you to know who he was at first.
Well, he wants everyone else to know. He's backstage there. Frankie Picard, former champion of Valor, slow saunter to the ring.
Former God of War, now I think he's cosplaying Thief.
Is that what's happening here?
I don't know. I just made this own narrative up about Frankie Picard.
Like just
he's
a
just like a
second ago, you
hardcore cosplayer.
You just did that.
I've been thinking about it for a minute. Oh, we got a shy guy.
It's good. You can come out.
No. Oh.
Okay.
Three absolutely middle-aged women are ecstatic to see Ari Alvarado. Frankie Picard claiming that Ari's not ready, but I don't know. I see his kick pads and his knee pads.
Well,
I think that kid does
he's
push-ups.
talking about his T-shirt or something. I don't know what Frankie's doing.
Me neither. Ari dapping it up with some fans. Grabbing a looked like a small cola. Yeah. And now he's rejecting it.
Guess this maybe for later. Is that a winking skull?
That's some sweet, intimidating
Yeah, I'm
spandex
scared.
right there.
You got me. I'm scared now.
It's a terrible camera shot. I'm disgusted.
Well, not just you.
NSFW. It's not a promotion.
Introducing first, fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, with an official weight of 220 pounds, the God of War, Frankie Picard!
I was wrong. He's still the God of War.
That's right.
Okay.
And his opponent, fighting out of Dayton, Ohio, with an official weight of 195 pounds, this is Alvarado!
So Frankie Picard will go one-on-one with Alvarado after 2 or 3 weeks of tag team action here in the dojo.
Alvarado did a little homework. I spent a lot of time on Cage Match. It's a website. He's one of them Christ boys. He's trained under Dave Christ, and he's rocking out representing Rockstar Pro here at the dojo tonight. I love when Paul rings the bell.
There's
More
nothing
refs
quite
need
as energizing.
More refs need a thing, you know? I don't think it'll distract.
Well, this should be an interesting contest. I mean, these guys, there's no decided size advantage on either end.
No, and
What's
there's really
happening there?
I was going to ask. Alvarado has claimed that Frankie will kill him if he rips that patch off his leg. He's proud of his Medicaid.
As he
All
should
right. We don't have to make it political. But in the home of Tournament of Death, of Cage of Death, do you really want to tell your opponent that you'll die if he pulls a patch off of your leg?
You bring up a good point. You don't want to let people know about any weakness that you might have, especially one that would cost you your life. You know?
We could be moving on to the next match right now, but I'm not wrestling Alvarado. That patch would be in my hands.
Oh.
I might try to eat it like a boogeyman.
Well, that would be horrible. I don't think you'd do that. I don't think you're that bad.
You don't know me. Front Chancery just lets it go. It looks like Alvarado's having a lot of fun at the expense of Frankie Picard.
Well, Frankie Picard's got a lot of pride, and he does not like being toyed with, especially not in the ring.
Alvarado's got him beat in sweet tattoos, though. Or, like, at least tattoos.
Well, does Frankie have? Yeah, I see a couple.
Yeah.
This guy's looking up.
Headlock.
Side headlock by
Taking it back to basics. Things
Alvarado.
at work.
Yeah.
Oh, he's looking for a tour de locks here. I don't know why he let go of that headlock.
Frankie Picard wisely getting behind Alvarado.
Let's see if he can use that to his advantage. No. Slick escape.
Okay.
And a trip, and back to the headlock.
No one having a real advantage early on in the match, but obviously that could change at any minute. Whoa.
You don't just do that to Frankie Picard this early in the match. He's going to kip up, walk around all upset.
Frankie Picard with that hidden agility. Most people wouldn't expect a man of the size of Frankie Picard to be able to do a pop-up quite as easy.
I'll say it, the shape of Frankie Picard. You wouldn't expect him to do the things he does, and I think that makes him all the more impressive. Like, oh, look at that shoulder tackle. You just, again, don't stuff the man.
Alvarado had his head bounced off the canvas there. Oh, my God. The athleticism of Frankie Picard is uncanny.
It's almost
uncanny.
It's almost offensive we don't see him on bigger shows. Alvarado's planning for something stupid here. I can just tell. I know, because I've been in this position before.
There's no way. Oh, look how stupid
Big
that
tope.
was. Jeez.
Big tope, and them boys cuddling just to make sure they're okay.
They got it.
Oh, Alvarado's fired up now.
Clearly.
Sometimes you just got to, like, take a little sprint, dive head first on your opponent, really just drive him into the concrete before you feel
Careful.
fired up and focused.
You gotta be careful. You don't want to pop a blood vessel in your eye or something like that.
Or your thigh, whatever that thing is. These guys are on the apron, and that always leads to some gifts. Nice. Everyone's forearming like they didn't get what they wanted for Christmas last month and are just realizing they don't like their families anymore. They're going to take it out. Ooh, on the man in front
Double
of them.
boots. 9 count. One of these guys has got to get back in the ring.
Paul the Bag is looking around because he forgot that on the apron you don't count someone out.
Oh,
And you can count Frankie Picard out.
Jeez. You can count to 25. He wouldn't get up.
Now, if Alvarado can capitalize on that.
But
No. He's going to do the dumb thing. He's going to throw him in the ring. Oh, man.
Alvarado looking for a pinfall or submission victory. Doesn't want to get the count out. Covering a count.
And, I mean, that's all right, but we might be moving on to the next match if it weren't for...
Oh, my. He caught him. Alvarado's out.
I'm just waiting for the pin that ends this match.
The look on the face of Frankie Picard.
He looks mad,
Always.
but he's focused enough to go for this pinfall. Doesn't get it. It's going to raise the ire of the God of War.
Frankie Picard, the God of War. He's strung together quite a number of victories over these past few weeks. Tagging a few weeks ago with Stefan Pennington and then with Tahir James. And who can forget 6-man action against Dojo Deej, Kid Osborne. And
You got to imagine that lack of rise in the win column has got to be a major motivator for Frankie Picard. And I feel like we are seeing a little bit of a different attitude tonight. It's more reserved. I think his focus is on right now. Goodness gracious!
my God.
Man, that went directions I did not anticipate.
Dude, that's it.
That was a gut-wrench reverse suplex that threw, not enough, I'm astounded, threw Alvarado's knees into the ropes.
You see Alvarado holding his knees for a moment there.
Frankie Picard's the god of war crimes right now.
Picard now. Oh, gosh. This is an old-fashioned slap fest.
I don't even want to let the words speak right now. These gentlemen came to fight.
Clearly. Surprised that's only a 2 count. Very surprised only a 2 count there.
Frank Picard's got to be going through his Rolodex of maneuvers right now. What can I employ? What's worked in the past that can put this man down? Because right now, he's got him at his mercy.
Whoa, 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 whoa. He's out. 1, 2.
That twisting powerbomb looked no part of comfortable.
None. I'm surprised that Frankie Picard was able to kick out there, but you know, Frankie, to your point, he wants to get back into that championship picture. He wants to get back into that Medal of Valor picture.
He should start doing more sketchy stuff like me. Oh! Superman punch with a step up there. Nothing sketchy about that. Just, I don't know, it was kind of cool. We're looking at a superplex here, and that always makes me uncomfy.
Yeah, always.
When you're watching from the floor, these guys are much higher than much higher than you can really appreciate when you're watching it at home. The entire ring just shook with that. These are two mass-bound boys.
Referee at a count of 3.
He sure does know how to count. There you go, buddy. Frank Picard looks better for wear here. And they're going to meet head-to-head.
Alvarado back on his feet first.
That
Covering
crescent
the count.
kick might put us out.
Oh,
No. I think they've just got to throw big bomb after big bomb until someone just has less will. We're going to find out whose spirit is brittle. Oh, kick.
we've seen this. We've seen this from Frankie in the past. Oh, that's it. Got to think if
Alvarado clearly doesn't want to have a long career.
well, clearly, got to think that if the referee were a little bit closer to the shoulder area, that could have been a 3 count.
Listen to me when I'm in there with Paul the Package. It's part stand-up routine every time I have to remind him to do his job. Frankie Picard's on the middle rope. And now he's on the ground.
How the hell did Frankie Picard kick out of that?
These two gentlemen just pulling out all the stops. Alvarado back to his feet quick. Whoa! Oh, another sit-out power bomb.
Frankie Picard is being punished in the middle of the ring, and Alvarado still hasn't picked up a victory.
Both of these guys are being punished because Paul can't get down to the mat fast enough.
I was going to say that, but
I'm going to fight Paul the Package, I think.
1 minute remaining in the match.
Time's about to run out.
Frankie Picard with that kip up, got to think. Man.
Merciful Paul, please end this. There we go.
What a match.
Time of the match, 9 minutes and 27 seconds. Your winner, Frankie Picard!
It's one of those matches where neither one of these guys are going to go back to that locker room as the same person they left out as.
No. One just received the concussive effects of several DDTs and a knee to the face. I don't think Alvarado will ever be the same competitor again. He's going to have to come back and think about this match, if he can remember it. Oh, crap.
Oh, it's Maria Manic. Definitely a crowd favorite here in the dojo. Bit of a different look for Maria.
I wonder if this is indicative of any kind of attitude change.
I think we're beyond those times.
All right. Some terrible burns coming from behind me. Some real misogyny, like a woman couldn't lift weights more than you can. And her victim.
I don't know. Let's see what's going to go on here.
Introducing first, fighting out of the Jersey Shore, Maria Manic! And her opponent, fighting out of New York City, Sam Laterna!
So Sam Laterna will make her debut here in the dojo, locking up with Maria Manic.
She could have picked a better week to show up.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Maria Manic's unlike any of the women's talents in the American scene right now. She's really committed her career to powerlifting, bodybuilding, strength building, and it's created an offensive style that I feel like none of these women can match if they're unprepared. Sam here did some homework, is a trainee of the Lance Storm camps. She also trained under Johnny Rods, so
I mean, she's well prepared.
she's well trained. Let's see if the experience is there.
Fair enough. Maria Manic saying that she feels bad about facing this young lady, Sam Laterna. Oh.
Again, there's no room for sympathy between the ropes.
Maria Manic.
And I think Sam's going to find out very quickly that this is a diversion.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Maria do this in the past where she just wants to get into the head of her opponent and make them feel like this is going to be a little bit easier on them than it will be. But I don't know if
she's
Sam's
also
falling for it.
she's also diminishing her opponent's ego. And hey, when you do this, you do need to have a little bit of an ego. Even I keep some mirrors.
No
around.
kidding. No kidding. Yeah, under the ring.
Believe it or not,
I've heard stories.
there's at least a lot of glass down there. Okay.
Ask no more questions about that as these two young ladies prepare to lock up.
They're doing a lot of circling and talking right now.
Well, I mean, that's
It's part of the head games now. I get it. Here we go. That's a lock up, and Maria just exerting force, backing her into the corner, and it's no problem.
So the psychology there of just backing someone into the corner and not feeling the need to pay them any attention as you're walking away.
Well, it did get ahead of her there.
Oh,
She gave up her back, and Sam trapped Maria with a headlock, though
now Sam's on the ground.
she's on the receiving end of a headlock
Yeah.
because Maria was able to power out. Maria trains unlike 95% of the women in professional wrestling.
Man, what a coup, what a victory it would be for Sam Laterna to debut tonight defeating Maria Manic.
That would pinpoint her on a lot of promotions maps. They'd be wanting to ask who toppled Maria Manic. Oh, do we have a sweet, vicious nickname for Maria yet? Whoa, Mahistral Cradle. Excuse me, that was actually an Oklahoma roll.
Oklahoma roll. At one point, she was the monstrosity, Maria Manic.
I think she still is.
Yeah.
It might not be in the branding, but it's definitely in the assault. Woozy here from the kick. And
Caught in mid-air as Sam Laterna gets dumped on her side for good measure.
leaping into the arms of Maria Manic will get you nowhere but the other side of the ring. That fall-away slam. Oh, Scott Hall-esque.
Just the strength of Maria Manic is just uncanny. I like that word this week.
Someone in the audience trying to get involved in the show. That's generally a bad idea.
I don't know if you want to
Just
do
clap,
that.
clap rhythmically, my friend. Hooking for a fisherman's buster.
Oh my gosh, left her in the air to think about it for a second there.
Maria Manic, not paid by the hour, is looking to end this suddenly.
That was like being at the top of a roller coaster, getting a second to think about it.
Patented side kicks to drive the air out of her opponent. Oh, and a hard whip across the ring.
At
Sam
that
can't even
moment-
stand at this point.
Yeah, I think Sam just found out who she's in a ring with.
She's got to find her footing soon. She's got to apply her learnings if she wants to stay in this fight or survive for much longer.
Whoa.
Because this camel clutch could end things.
Very quickly.
Apparently, her trainers did not teach her.
Maria Manic completely unbothered by the minimal amount of effort that she's exerting.
Sam wasn't taught that you can fight another day. You can live to fight another day.
Well, you can if you tap out. Oh, jeez. Just
Not with your face, sweetie. Sorry.
mean streak from
I take
Maria
that back. I
Manic.
did not mean to say sweetie.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2018.
It's 2008. It's 2008.
Can't do that.
Oh, goodness.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Shoulders are down there.
Maria with an extremely blatant choke, and that's why the referee did not go down to count the shoulders. She doesn't need to do that. This is a mean streak. That
Just
dyed
tosses-
hair might be indicative of dark times
Just
for
tosses
all
Sam
of
Lat-
Maria's opponents.
Sam Laterna right in front of us here.
Oh, that poor kid.
Poor kid. Poor Sam.
Drew Broadbound just starting his count. It wasn't the slap for me, it was the thud and the sound of the air driving out of Sam's chest that really grosses me out right
Kind
now.
of caving in. She's right next to you there. Whoa, oh, wow.
Something very inappropriate is
Wow.
happening.
Absolutely. Oh, Maria Manic is completely flipping out here. Oh,
Maria breaking the count.
Wisely.
A conscious wrestler.
Manic has absolutely lost it.
For as much as I put over her strength and power, she's got brains too.
Well, I don't know that I've ever seen Maria this vicious, this.
And we shouldn't be shocked by that. We shouldn't be shocked by her vicious streak.
Just this
We shouldn't be
onslaught.
shocked by how smart she is in the ring.
Onslaught from Maria Manic. Again. A young fan.
Receives a gift from the audience. We're at a 6 count here, and Maria has decided that it's time to end things on her terms.
Well, I mean,
and this
clearly.
match has almost been completely on Maria Manic's terms. I know we don't have a mercy rule. Did anyone
No,
bring
there's
a
no
white
mercy
towel?
rule, dude. Come on.
Bummer for Sam.
Oh, all that weight on the shoulder and neck area of Sam Laterna. Sam Laterna gasping for air as Maria Manic pleads with the referee.
Sam has
Whoa.
to turn around the momentum of this match.
This attitude change from Maria Manic is.
That was bizarre and unwarranted. She has assaulted Trooper Audubon.
And now she's over there choking Sam.
Trooper's going to have to go back home and look his girlfriend in the eye and act like that didn't happen.
Whoa. Was that Trooper's first kiss?
Trooper's got bars. People don't know, but he's a low-key assassin. That was incredible. Mom jokes in 2018.
I don't know if I'd be trying to piss off Maria Manic.
Hey man, this is why I'm like eyes on the prize all the time. This whole time, Maria Manic was wide open to attack
Yeah,
from
Sam's
Sam
been down there
Laterna.
resting.
But Sam Laterna near death for the majority of this contest.
I guess you only do that if you've been punishing your opponent the way that Maria Manic has Sam Laterna.
Do you think she'll come back to Dojo Wars after this?
Ooh, I don't. Will there be an after this for Sam?
I just want to see her in El Cheapo. Maria is asking the audience where she should throw Sam Laterna.
Something has gotten to the head of Maria Manic. I mean, this is a very sharp attitude change from her. Look at the arrogant cover there, using the boot rather than actually covering her opponent. That's not like the Maria Manic that I've seen here in recent weeks.
Not the competitor she started to become, but I feel like Maria Manic is starting to find her groove as an athlete right now in that ring. And so she's letting a little bit of that mean streak and personality show. It's just starting to peek out. Maybe more than a little bit. That hair dye is very dramatic.
Oh. Oh.
Elbows to the jaw will definitely distract Maria Manic.
We're seeing Sam Laterna mount some offense for the very first time in this match. Maria
Ducks
Manic.
the clothesline. DDT.
There we go. Two, that's.
I won a match with the DDT last week. Anything can happen. That could have been the end of this match. We would have had the upset we were pining for.
Maria Manic first to her feet. Not a good sign for Sam Laterna.
Sam Laterna is trying to challenge Maria
Yeah, I don't know that
with
that's a
forearms,
good idea.
and that's not a good
No,
sign.
you don't want to do that.
Sam Laterna, to her credit, is on her feet
Whoa.
with enough
Whoa,
consciousness
look at the speed.
to get blocked.
Oh, man, this is.
Oh, we're going up for the rack.
Oh, no.
Argentine backbreaker torture rack by Maria Manic.
Gosh, just the torque on the back, the lower back area of Sam Laterna.
Right now, no
Look
one's applying this
look at the
maneuver
strength,
better
look
in
at the
pro
viciousness.
wrestling.
Time of the match, 8 minutes, 58 seconds. And your winner by submission, Maria Manic!
The beautiful brawling monstrosity Maria Manic picks up a victory after Sam Laterna damn near passes out on her shoulders.
Sam Laterna survived Maria Manic.
We think.
Clean up your face. It says Maria Manic all over it. Trust me, you'd never be there.
Dead air here at Dojo Wars getting very uncomfortable as members of the locker room encourage Trooper Otterbahn to assault and harass a woman.
Well, it's quite the zing fest a moment ago with Maria and Trooper. Not going to help Sam Letourneau to the back.
And goodness, does she need it right now.
Yeah.
I didn't know all these guys were friends.
Yeah, of course they're friends. Charlie Tiger's a friend of Layla.
Yeah, no, they have the same hairstylist.
This is quite the team here that Layla has assembled. I don't. Team DJ. Oh, it's just DJ.
I mean, I don't want to point
Is
out the obvious thing,
he's
but
gonna
DJ
be-
Hyde has no friends.
Well, he's going to beat everyone's ass, and I'm with it.
Can you knock again for me, Emil?
It's
Beyond all reason, El Cheapo is back out here. Oh, what? Oh, word?
that is Talia Jeanette Luther, her brother in the ring, TK Luther.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're
I don't like to assume things like that.
brother and sister.
Okay.
Emil, I'm missing somebody. Can you knock one more time? One more time.
DJ has more friends?
Yeah,
This
DJ's
is-
got like a whole.
This is
tribe.
1, 2, maybe 3 revelations for me.
All right, it's a doorknob. Wait a minute.
Everybody hide your inebriants. Pinky Sanchez has entered the dojo.
And I have no idea what you're talking about there. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry
Yeah,
about
I
it.
don't want to know. Jake's showing off that arm.
Mr. Luthor has let his garb go, his entrance garb there. Look at Pinky Sanchez with that fur coat. I just want to see them have a walk-off for fashion, just for fashion.
Scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing first the team of Layla Hirsch, TK Luther, Handsome Charlie Tiger, and Jay Curcio. And their opponents, they are led by your favorite wrestlers, the Lariat God DJ Hyde, the Dollar Store Luchador El Cheapo, Talia Jeanette, and Sanchez.
Well, this is quite the motley crew assembled here by Dojo Deeds. What's going on here? What's happening?
Sanchez
What's he
playing
doing?
these mind games,
Why?
trying to establish dominance on his opponents. You'll notice everyone on Team Hirsch, we'll say, except for the Captain Layla, was backing away from those coat swipes.
So this should be interesting. Jay Curcio fitting to lock up with Pinky Sanchez.
I don't think any of us considered that Sanchez arriving today was a possibility.
Oh, this.
But now we've got 4. Hold on, let's just listen. All right, they're getting to the grapples. None of these competitors expected to be across the ring from 2 Combat Zone legends in Sanchez and DJ Hyde. It balances out the inexperience of Cheapo,
Well, that was a.
and we're going to have to see what Talia brings to the table.
Whoa. Let's see what Talia brings to the table here.
Sorry, it's a dialect thing.
I see it. It's all good. I mean, if he had that super expensive fur coat, why can't
Pinky
he?
Sanchez, wow. Just he's not going to get into this test of strength of a man who clearly has bigger biceps and triceps than him. He's going to use his wrestling acumen. Of course, that long hair didn't help him against Mr. Curcio.
Absolutely not. But how can he help out with this kid's knee pads? I mean, the plastic bags isn't going to work.
You know, everything that I wear to the ring personally, I find in the refuse of either department stores or thrift stores. I'm talking about dumpsters. But if this poor kid can't even protect his future, I don't know what sense he's got.
Pinky Sanchez. Whoa.
Too wise to the drop down.
He saw that. He saw the reversal was in.
Pinky Sanchez classically going to the nose. He's a smart and vicious competitor. He doesn't necessarily have a hard regard for the rules.
Oh, jeez.
He just gets that work done, son.
Well, he's got that unorthodox offense and nearly hit the referee in the head there.
Super weird kick by Jay Curcio, but I'm going to allow it. And now using the ropes to rake the eyes of Sanchez as he drags him closer to his own corner. Gotta say, I'm super psyched when I see smart pro wrestling.
Oh my gosh, like caving in the chest.
And very disturbed
Jay Curcio.
to hear that thud. Jay Curcio ducks.
All right.
His drop kick
Right to the midsection of.
right under there. I think he just tapped
Yeah.
right under the ribs and drove the air out of Sanchez.
Sanchez certainly made contact with his. Curcio, all he needs to do is lunge forward and he can tag in handsome Charlie Tiger. Charlie Tiger sans mirror this week.
I gotta say, no knee pads over bag knee pads. But now we're getting no knee pads versus bag knee pads.
This should be special. Charlie Tiger locking up with El Cheapo.
Only at Dojo Wars, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe all this action for $5 or for free on your YouTube?
Free on YouTube.
Hey, subscribe to CZW Studios.
Well, come here and check us out too.
DJ Hyde offering some sort of fatherly advice to El Cheapo. And of course, it was what it was, DJ Hyde advice. So El Cheapo is getting beat up.
Well, El Cheapo came out here originally to face Layla Hirsch to avenge the loss of DJ Hyde to Layla last week.
Yeah, what a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't see that being a positive.
Charlie Tiger eats the boot of El Cheapo of all things, and are we about to see El Cheapo get beat up? I guess we are.
A lot of that lately.
Charlie Tiger is much worse for wear than I'd anticipate anyone being opposite the ring of El Cheapo.
El Cheapo now going to tag out. Tags in Talia Jeanette Luther.
Keep up, Leaf.
Talia, sister of TK Luther.
Oh, brother. We've got a sibling rivalry.
God, please, no.
The rumor is this is why he's not welcome at Thanksgiving dinner anymore.
Is that right?
That's just a rumor. I don't know. It's unsubstantiated, but I will spread it.
Does anyone have like some nair or something like that?
DJ Hyde hilariously looking over at us as though he's disgusted.
I gotta say, I'm rocking out with this champ. Put your shirt on, dude.
It's kind of my thing, but all right.
Whoa.
That's some language. That is some.
I don't know if TK wants to call Talia a hoe. Oh!
You know, he just wants to make sure his sister is a nice, respectable lady.
Well, she is just punishing him in the corner there. I mean, you don't call any woman out. What he just called her?
A what?
A hoe.
Oh, my goodness.
I said it. happy to narrate the match for himself. Oh. Oh, my.
Talia doesn't care if she has to attend a funeral with her family. She will drop her brother on his head.
Well, she wants to be an only child. What's happening here?
Layla has to make the tag, and we're
Whoa.
down. We're
we
down to
go.
the matchup we all wanted to see.
Especially DJ.
Pinky Sanchez wants DJ Hyde to be careful.
Well, that match was pretty much DJ Hyde punishing Layla Hirsch until she played GOAT on the end, at the very end of the match.
Ah, man, go back and watch the tape. She had some shots in there.
She had some shots, but DJ Hyde had her on the ropes. This match was over, and she cried like DJ referred to her a little bit earlier.
Wrestling isn't just athletics; it's also psychological warfare.
Oh, she just
you know what she did? You know what she did? She hacked DJ Hyde's match. She hacked his victory away.
Wow.
That's classic Russian style.
TK and DJ,
A battle of acronyms.
the battle of acronyms. Yeah, I don't know if he.
No, DJ, take your singlet off.
No, let's not do any of that.
All right, you got some interesting ideas about wrestling, but that's fine. Women at ringside cowering in fear, waiting to shield their eyes.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Muffin ass? The crowd is totally not endearing to Mr. Luther here.
Well, decidedly, the two most sizable members of either team are bound to clash.
See, this guy's taking too much time with Dojo Deej. You don't want to do that. Oh, that's why you'd be on the receiving end of a spear. I'm surprised Charlie Tiger wants more of Dojo Deej after what happened a few weeks ago. It's a straight right.
These are just individual shots that are knocking out each member of Team Layla.
There's nothing sexy about that. Oh, my God. Chops
Charlie
him to the outside
Tiger
of the
will
ring.
take an exit rather than another
I
chop.
think that's the end of him.
Jake Curcio as well.
Dude, no. Dude, you don't want it. Come on. You can't expect that to stand up to Dojo Deej. Deej saying, let me show you how it's done. Oh, man, it's like...
Mr. Luther's going to walk away with a much less hairy chest after that assault from DJ Hyde. Who's fired up? He's in his home. He's really, really excited to be wrestling at the dojo.
Clearly.
Dude's stoked. He just loves wrestling. Pinky Sanchez, you might have not seen it, the deceptive wet willy.
Well, those things are very
I thought he was going in.
very dangerous.
I thought he was going in for a kick. No, he's going to increase his risk of illness.
What do we got here?
Double hip toss.
Covering the
What
count.
power. Kicks out at one.
Right.
Talia with an arm bar gets driven into the corner by her brother.
I don't know. That was a
What?
loud ring. What kind
That was some powerful martial arts. I
remember
wouldn't
when
know
was,
the school.
Well, when I was younger,
I told you
used
we'd
to-
find ourselves stuttering
I
at
used
some
to think
point.
that making noises made my hits a little bit harder, and that never actually worked.
No, now you can believe. You just saw it.
Charlie
Tiger.
just shoving his tag partner to the side as he kicks now to Leah Luther.
Come on, Brad.
Pinky Sanchez trying to rile this crowd up.
Well, with Cluck,
Get them behind Talia, and he's unhinged.
to get that man out the ring. Meanwhile, Talia Luther over there in the corner just getting pummeled by Layla Hirsch.
You know, if they couldn't get the weakest member of the team in El Cheapo to maintain control of, to keep on one half of the ring, they have been able to isolate Talia.
I don't know if El Cheapo's, I wouldn't call him weak. You know.
Okay. All right.
He faced off against the champion of Valor a few weeks back.
How did that go?
8 seconds. I see what you're saying. I see where you're coming from.
Honestly, I'm only mad that Mike Dell outpaced me in beating El Cheapo. Oh, a second DDT.
Massive DDT. Is he going to go down? That was the longest fall ever.
Now Pinky Sanchez is on a tear.
Oh, right to the face.
Enziguri. And a spinning heel kick.
Can't kick handsome Charlie like that.
Where's Pinky Sanchez been these past couple years? It's like he hasn't missed a beat.
Oh, gosh.
Almost like a King Kong buster without the sit out and a double stomp. Nearly ending Jay Curcio's career.
Well, he'd better watch out. Layla Hirsch is right behind him. A very dangerous Layla Hirsch.
Big boy leapfrog there from Pinky Sanchez. Maybe
Layla
just
Hirsch
lost
catches
his eye.
him. Swinging DDT. And Dojo Deej.
Is that enough of these shenanigans?
Well, he totally just kicked him.
Dojo Deej about to get reminded why he doesn't get in Layla Hirsch's business anymore.
Or Layla Hirsch being reminded of why you don't want to piss off Dojo Deej. Now, is Deej the legal man? I must have missed a tag there.
Oh, no, I wasn't keeping track, and neither was our referee, Ian. Why do you think I keep getting away with so many victories?
What the hell's El Cheapo doing?
You know, just getting in the way, being a general annoyance. Meanwhile, Team Hirsch is just running and wrecking house on DJ Hyde.
Yeah.
Oh, a return headbutt from Charlie Tiger.
DJ.
Some payback.
Rolling DJ up right here in front of us. He's got a glazed look in his eyes. El Cheapo now to the corner.
He's got to regroup, get back to his corner, as does Pinky Sanchez. And now Team Layla can start to focus.
But they better watch out. Here comes Ms. Luther. Oh,
Selena here to save the day.
Stereo slaps. Oh my goodness.
Pinky Sanchez with 2 individual single stomps, so I will grade it a double stomp.
Just took out 50% of his opponents.
He's about to take to the air.
Whoa, 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 oh!
Big tope. Superman's out when he gets to the ground.
Oh!
I'll call it soul food. Pinky Sanchez on the floor is keeping these
beating the
boys
hell
a
out of both
wrestle.
of these guys.
He's got a head scissors and a top wrist lock.
Meanwhile, in the ring,
Is El Cheapo at the top? No. Don't. El Cheapo with, I don't know what to call that.
it did not work out.
It was bad. It was bad news.
You got action on the inside, action on the outside. What the hell?
Oh my goodness.
That was a vicious offense.
A pop-up abdominal attack.
Abdominal is being very strong.
Dojo Deej with that vicious shotgun drop
Layla
kick.
Hirsch right behind him.
And Ian was distracted. Didn't see the low blow.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! She's got that chokehold. Immediate
He's gonna
tap.
see El
Immediately
Cheapo
tapping out.
tapping though. Pinky Sanchez can't save him. That's it. Another victory for Layla Hirsch. Chuck another one up in the win column.
As soon as she had that thing locked in, he immediately tapped out. This thing is chaos. It's completely broken down.
14 minutes, 51 seconds. Here are your winners, Team Layla Hirsch.
Layla Hirsch will now decide who DJ Hyde faces next week at Dojo Wars 162. Who knows what she has on her mind?
I'm gonna opt out.
He could face you. I mean, it's up to her. Right. Oh, man.
There's this really sweet Ric Flair tribute act going on in the ring right now. And the audience is about to win as Layla is forcing